right, one take. Afternoon, everybody.
Afternoon, everybody.
Hey, Mr. Peterson, got room for a beer?
No, but I am willing to add on.
Today is Tuesday, October 29th. I'm JB, and welcome to another edition of What's On Today with Discovery Bay, home of the YouTube comic book community channel guide. This is the show where I'm going to run down a lineup of content creators that are either releasing, premiering, or going live. Now, halfway through that lineup, we're going to break for a segment titled the Instagram Tag of the Day. And then finally, to close today's show, I'm going to open a random package from that crazy, stupid pile of comics I still have left open in a segment titled What's in the Box Already? So, let's get to today's lineup and find out what's on today with Discovery Bay. Now, all of these times are listed in both Pacific Standard Time and Eastern Standard Time, and there are both video and channel links with timestamps in the description below. Today there are 10 shows in the lineup and 6 of them are still going live. So, first up at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. Over at the MCE channel, which stands for Marvelous Collectibles and Entertainment, Seth released the next video in his Funko Pop Hunting series titled Funko Pop Hunting BTL Collectibles Show New Marvel Legends. Now, if you're into Funko Pops and action figures, this series is a must-see. At 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. Over at the Burke Family 54 Comics channel, Steve premiered a video titled What's My Slab Worth? Pricing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 95, CGC 9.8, Burke Family 54 Comics. Now, watch the video to see what Steve paid for the book and see if he's in the black or not. Alright, at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh yeah, that's my jam. Check out a live stream titled Buy or Pass on New Comic Book Day Week 33, New Comics, Hot Comics, Key Issues from Rod over at Just a Rican and his comics channel. By the way, congratulations on the 1K subs, Rod. You absolutely deserve it. So, the comic triple threat is in action. That's right. Join Rod the Rican, Edwin the Comic Jabroni, and Perry Lurkin Comics as they discuss what to buy or pass on New Comic Book Day. Now, these guys know a thing or two because they've read a thing or two. Alright, at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, over at the Comic Book Wars channel, they'll be releasing the 26th episode in their weekly live podcast series titled Comic Book Wars Podcast Episode number 26. Okay, also at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, over at the Hialeah Comic Bro channel, Hialeah and Conquistador Javi are going live with a stream titled Inquiring Minds. So, the first season of Inquiring Minds is here, hosted by your dynamic South Florida comic duo of Hialeah Comic Bro and Conquistador Javier. Now, this is the first interview show of its kind, featuring your favorite members of the comic book community. Get to know each other more as we discuss comic book related topics, pop culture, and more. And on this episode, we talk to Sam of Sam's Tangled Web, who just hit 500 subscribers and is known for his love of all things comic book related. So join the Inquiring Minds as we pose the questions only the amazing members of the comic community would have the answers to. Man, that sounds terrific. It's going to be great. Okay, well, this is the halfway point in the lineup, and it's time for a segment titled the Instagram Tag of the Day. And today's tags come from both Rob Wurst and King of the Golden State, who tagged me this morning for Old Comic Book Tuesday and Tech Tuesday. So, Rob Wurst, who tagged me for Old Comic Book Tuesday, came with a Tales of Suspense issue number 57 and shouted out Matt at The Boy Who Had 7 to remind us all about the special edition of Comic Warriors tomorrow night that Rob will be appearing on. Okay, now James at King of the Golden State, who tagged me for Tech Tuesday, came with a great Halloween cover in Detective Comics issue number 520. I in turn posted this for both Old Comic Book Tuesday and Tech Tuesday. I'm going with my Silver Age Detective Comics issue number 339 from May of 1965, and I'm tagging Steve at Burke Family 54 Comics, Jose at Keep It Thorough Comics, John at JD Comics, and Lawrence at King of, and his new channel, King of Comicdom, on YouTube. Okay, that was fun. Now back to the lineup. At 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, over at the J Hood Creative channel, J Hood has premiered a video titled YouTube Changed My Comic Book Collecting Habits, the Before Picture. So, J Hood Creative describes how watching the YouTube comic community has affected the way he collects, and this video focuses on what he collected before he was watching YouTube. That sounds fun. Alright, at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, over at the Downright Nerdy Podcast channel, Michael and Riley are premiering a video titled Episode Number 40, The Office Ladies Pod. I'm not superstitious, I'm just a little stitious. Now these two are so fun, man. If you're not watching them, just listen to them on their podcast. Terrific stuff. Okay, next up at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, we've got the next edition of the live Tuesday night comic book auction over at the home of the NYWARRIORS channel. So come join Biggies, Manny, Marky, Joker, Erod, and Jeff in the chat as they host special guest seller, the Doom 143. And you know what they say, come for the deals and stay for the laughs. All right, also at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, over at the Comic Core channel, JD Comics and DS Comics are going live with a stream titled The Golden Guys. Now this is the show that focuses on the golden age of comics. Alright, well the last item on the lineup and the last live show that I know about starts at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, over at the Fantastic Comics channel. We get a live stream titled This Whole Everything, number 42, the Comic Talk episode. So join Yule and Jeff, not the brother, talk all things comics that they can come up with, deep dives for sure. Well, that's it for the lineup. Now for another round of a segment I'm calling What's in the Box Already? And this is off script, and then this one is from Tom Garcia. So this must be my October mystery mail call. Let's open this guy up and make sure that's what it is. Yes, that's what it is. We've got our October mystery mail call from Comic Tom 101. Let's switch cameras and see what we got. All right, let's see what we got from Comic Tom in the October mystery mail call. This was my Instagram tag of the day. We'll get that out of the way. You know, we always start with the art card, and I'm really digging this month's art card. It looks like we've got a Spider-Gwen art card, and that is for the October. And I'm putting a nice little display of those up. So we've got that. Now we have an additional art card in this month. We've got a Lady Death art card. That one's kind of nice. Move this over. And a third one. It looks like we've got an original signed piece here of the Joker. That's a really nice one. Now let's get to the books. First book here is Show's End, issue number 1 from Mad Cave Studios. And I do believe that this was that's right, the Mill Geek and Comic Tom variant cover, which instead of getting a trade paperback, now we're getting a variant and the additional art, which I'm digging that. Next we have Kick-Ass, issue number 14. And then we've got Vader Dark Visions, issue number 2. And here's some shiny goodness for Bueller right there. Hey, issue number 300 of the Uncanny X-Men. There's some shiny goodness. And then the final book, wow, this is great. How about some Silver Age Daredevil, a 12 center, issue number 31. Wow, that is a great box this month, Comic Tom. I really appreciate you. And that was this month's October Mystery Mail Call. Okay, well that was fun. Thanks for taking the time to watch me and our channel today. Please visit me on Facebook and Instagram, where I'll be posting this schedule with any ads and or changes later on this afternoon. We've also got a Patreon page if you're interested in supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. If you know of anyone that might be interested in this information or may want to be included in the show, please share this with them. Also, drop me a comment below on how I can improve this show, or if there's a channel out there that I should be watching. Now, if you're not already a subscriber, think about subscribing so you don't miss any of this great new content. I mean, who knows? You may find your new favorite channel today. And as always, don't forget, we had a good time. I'll see you guys all later in the chats.